this is something that is extremely near and dear to me. And it's been something, it's been something I've wanted to try for a while. Let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. One of my obsessions, one of my loves is hot sauce. It's something that I mean, how would you not? It's this unspoken, what is it? It's flavor of food, heat, and intensity. And so, as much as I like the standard, the go-to in hot sauce greatness, I do feel it's essential to branch out, right? Because, so I'm just always on the hunt, right? I mean, they all have different applications, but, personally, I try them on all of them, or try it on everything. So it's not just that it's pizza or wherever, I just literally try it on everything. So I wanted to at least So this is Scotch bonnet hot sauce. This was something it's called Woodstock. They call it Getting Hotter. So it's not like super spicy, but it is. It's got a nice little kick to it. It's sort of sweet, and then as you eat it, you do taste and then as you really taste the heat as as it's going down. So it's nice. Appreciate that. Okay, so this is the Autumn in the Smokies hot sauce. Now you notice I may do a little more liberal pours. I'm not necessarily just trying to get a drop, but cayenne pepper, distilled vinegar, water, lemon juice, garlic, salt, brown sugar, xanthan gum. See, I know it's impossible to have like a standardized Scoville unit for these hot sauces, but it makes sense to some capacity because you just don't understand what you're looking for. So this one is less hot than the first one. So I think I'm gonna just, see, because it's like getting hotter, but it feels like it's pretty spicy. So it's like, okay, what's the difference? Because those are cayennes, and these are Scotch bonnet and habanero chili peppers. I mean, habaneros are hot. Why would they? Anyways, my mother-in-law got me this hot sauce pack for Christmas, and so now I'm like at a way abundance of hot sauce. So that's why I gotta definitely test them out. Smoky Mountain hot sauce. This is the chipotle peppers, brown sugar. So chipotle is kind of like my favorite go-to, which are basically jalapenos that are smoked, which I didn't even realize. That's pretty amazing, right? So it's not too hot, but I feel more of a kick than I did on that previous one as it's going down. It has that chipotle, that smoke flavor right away, and then there's a little bit of a kick. I'm gonna upgrade mine. So I'm sure if you weren't fully carb conscious, you could just do each of these. I figure I'm going to be trying so many, I wanted to do like a mix, or just not as many crackers. So let's do this one next. This is Leaping Leopard Sriracha. A little sweet on that first hit. Pickled chili, water, sugar, pickled garlic. This feels like even less than this one on heat, but it's got more of like a sweet, I guess that pickled flavor is probably what you're considering, more of like a sweet flavor. It's good. I'm always, this is why they did it. The guy that did the original, he never copywrote his flavor or his like idea. I think just the name or whatever it is. So that's why like you get a bunch of different brands that are doing their own sriracha, however you say it. And so I always try to get this guy, but then since I always feel like it's too, I mean, it's perfect, but I figure like I need to try some other stuff. So that's kind of why I'm always testing out other ones. This is the Smoky Mountain hot sauce, winter hot sauce. These are from, she went to Gatlinburg. And that's where the pepper palace. So it smells hot. This is chipotle peppers and cayenne peppers. These are just chipotle. This is with the cayenne. The cayenne, you can tell that you can smell it more, and once you taste it, you got like that nice, you feel more of that heat after you get it. So this is a little hotter. So let's just keep going down the Gatlinburg. So this is the Pepper Palace, just the Gatlinburg, Tennessee hot sauce. We got cayenne peppers, chipotle peppers, black peppers, mustard seed, turmeric spices. I'm not even gonna say onion and garlic because everything has onion and garlic. You don't really smell as much. It's a little, there it is. It's a little more subtle with the heat. So you're not really getting this sort of heat. I still say this, the winter out of these Gatlinburgs, the winter is gonna be your hottest. This is the next hottest. Just the Gatlinburg. Then this, and then this. So, all good. I definitely taste the, where's this guy? I mean, you can see the peppers that are in there. I guess you can taste that mustard a little bit. So this one is a little more flavorful than just hot. But it does have that like black pepper taste versus just heat. This guy, so Colonel Dan's, he does popcorn. Now, of course, some of these aren't as fresh as when I first got them, you know. And I've sort of been waiting to do something like this, so that's why I'm kind of like, where is it? I'm like at the end, you know. This is habanero and ghost peppers create the perfect chili pepper base for the smoky spiced hot sauce with fresh lime. Now, considering there's habaneros and ghost pepper in this, I'm sure there's gonna be some purists that are like, well, you're not fully cleansing the palate. It's like, I know. But, I mean, you can smell the heat, but this was like the one, I don't want to say it's disappointing, but this is the one weird thing that like when I read that the habaneros and ghost were in this, and it didn't taste like this one's hotter than this. Actually, this too. So we'll have to see which is hotter between these two. But it's a good one. It is more flavorful because what do we got? Red bell pepper, habanero, ghost, garlic, onion, salt, alderwood smoked salt, sugar, black lava salt, lime juice, 4 peppercorn blend, Peruvian lime chili, which is cumin, salt, mild chili powder, annatto turmeric, ají, amarillo chilies, mark out lime leaves, Mexican oregano, cilantro, ancho chili, guajillo, and lime zest. This is insane. That's like 20 ingredients in the hot sauce. And I think the lime is basically the biggest reason why you're not getting as much of a kick as you would have assumed, right? Because lime is gonna just... Lime, like, citrus sort of just offsets any of the heat that you really have. So that's where we're going. I guess you want to overdo it, right? Because you want to make sure you're getting the flavors. So you smell the smoke, you taste the chipotle. It doesn't really have a kick. It's kind of just a nice smoke. Chipotle. This is the Simple Truth Organic Chili Pepper Hot Sauce. Organic white vinegar, organic chipotle pepper puree, organic jalapeno puree, which is organic red jalapeno peppers, organic vinegar, organic cane sugar, salt, organic chili pepper, organic garlic powder, organic chipotle pepper powder, organic hickory smoke type flavor. This is more flavorful than heat. And this is kind of my issue with chipotle. And not that it's like a bad thing. See, this has medium heat, which would be almost, you know, probably up to here, but like I would almost put it like that. So here's a mainstay. I always love buying the Tabasco stuff on sale. Tell you about my little sale tricks, I guess. So it smells. Chipotle, Tabasco's always sort of had that vinegar smell. You can smell the chipotle. It's like an immediate kick of the flavor and a little bit of heat. Nothing too aggressive, but it might be. So this is chipotle pepper, salt, sugar, onion powder, Tabasco brand pepper pulp, which is distilled vinegar, red pepper, salt. And I think that vinegar is like what makes Tabasco such a typical, that's what you just know Tabasco for, right? Is just having their vinegary like smell and almost taste. So this one isn't, I don't think it's as hot as that. I am feeling a bit of a kick, but not like hot. Valentina salsa picante. This is the Mexican hot sauce. They have that and they have an extra hot one. Of course, I finished the extra hot, so I only have this. Water, chili pepper, salt, spice. So like when you smell it, it almost has a little bit of that smoky flavor, that smoky smell, like just robust. You smell that over any kind of vinegar. Eating it, there's a little bit of a kick at the end, not too aggressive, but just a little bit of a kick. I mean, I don't know, as far as heat, I'd probably put it right there. Is that the right move? Do I need to switch these? There's a nice kick, but I think the extra hot one is like more the flavor or the heat intensity that I'm looking for. This is really nice. These are more, so I'd say a lot of these are more like Mexican flavored, Mexican styled. Whereas now what we're about to get into, sriracha, which is, I think, personally one of the best. And I gotta give a shout out to my mom for back in the day, like way back in the day when I was only on red Tabasco, she would always get this and eat it with everything, and she's like burn her mouth. She's like, but it's so good, it's so good. It was really funny. So sriracha is made from sun-ripened chilies, ready to use in soup, sauces, blah, blah, blah. Chili, sugar, salt. So I don't really say which kind, but there is a really good video. It's like a 15-minute behind the scenes on sriracha where they show all the jalapenos, and I think there's an issue because they use so many jalapenos that like within hundreds of miles or tens of miles around the plant, like the cities, it's rough for them because there's like so much jalapenos that it's like literally burning in the air. This isn't as fresh as it could be, but I mean, you have that sweet smell. You don't really smell the vinegar. It's just more of a nice flavor. It's like I haven't even had this in a while because I've been trying other things and I've been having such a hard time actually buying it. So I really haven't like used it a bunch. See, and this is how you can tell it's not as fresh, because when it's fresh, it's definitely hotter. So you'll know when you're having like a fresh sriracha. But on my quest of not finding sriracha, now I wish I still had I should probably find my pictures, but when I went to Europe 15 years ago, there was always different srirachas in different stores. They had like flying duck, they had rabbit, chicken. Pretty sure it was the real one, but maybe it was just offshoot brands. And so I was only there like 2 weeks, but I made it a thing to like find. Maybe I just found them in the stores, but I didn't buy them because I didn't take them home. But so this is something I bought at H Mart. It's an intense smell. You can really smell what's going on. I mean, it smells hot. You get like a little sweet, but it smells hot. It's got a pretty nice kick to it too. Like, it's really nice. Once open, keep refrigerated. Ingredients: chili 61%, sugar, garlic, flavor enhancer, MSG. I didn't know that until I bought it. I typically wouldn't. If I see that a hot sauce has that, I'm gonna avoid it. but apparently not in this case. Now this one, hot crispy oil. This is the extra hot. I gotta be honest. Sorry, John, but like the not as hot one, that means they're both really good. There's something about the nose on the not as hot one that's just like really, really nice. Like you just open the container and it's just so nice. So this one, extra virgin olive oil, soybean blend, fresh fried garlic, fresh fried shallots, proprietary dried hot chili pepper blend, red pepper flakes, paprika, ground ginger, and cumin. This is nice. It's just this stuff. It's a little more expensive than some of these other ones, but this is something that I love on pizza and mac and cheese, and it just adds like that smoky and a little bit of heat that you're sort of looking for. But it's a really nice, it's just a really nice flavor. Again, this is the extra hot, but it has that, you can taste the fried garlic, and there's something about, you know, well done garlic that adds such a good flavor to other stuff. So I don't know, as far as heat is concerned, I don't know where I'd really put it on the list, but it is something this has been one of my go-tos. I keep buying 6 at a time. Last time I bought the case and I was giving it to people for a Christmas gift. So now getting that sort of led me down to this. This was another H Mart thing. This is another H Mart thing. I think this was also something that one of my friends had mentioned, because see, it smells really nice. Chili, onion, fermented soybean, MSG, pepper powder. And then you could kind of see these red pepper flakes. It's very Asian smell. Like it smells like it has sesame oil, but maybe that's more it's got a nice kick. And I do put it on my breakfast tacos, so it's not entirely, but it is more Asian inspired. But I definitely put it on just in general my sauteed vegetables. I think I do like a mix of this and this. I'm kind of doing those. Just because I have so much, I want to work my way through it. Yes, I know I could have bought like a smaller size, but that's not the point here. H Mart. This is the chili sauce with garlic. Yao's chili sauce with garlic. Water, chili, garlic, sugar, xanthan gum, modified cornstarch, manufactured in Singapore. It smells garlicky and sweet. You don't really smell the heat when you taste that sugar. Like this is one of those ones where you sort of taste the sugar when it's in your mouth. And I think it's nice, right? Like it's a good thing. Now this, I'm sure, will be extremely controversial. But Diablo from Taco Bell. I gotta say, like, say what you will about Yum. Tomato paste, modified tapioca starch, salt, spices, sugar, contains less than 1% of sodium and sulfate, melted extra dehydrated garlic, onion powder, natural flavors, a bunch of Z's and X's and disodiums in the flavoring. But something about the food paste and whatever sort of spices they're using, probably some paprika and some other stuff. It's really nice. I always get some extras from my, my random ventures there, and I keep them, and I've been putting those on my morning tacos, and it's just been a nice. But I always thought Diablo was hotter, and then last night I split a fire and a Diablo on something, and it felt like the fire. So you smell the flavoring a little, you smell a little bit of the heat. Not as much. But I think fire is like, as of last night, when I did the mix, it felt like the Diablo was more of like a mildy heat, and then the fire was like a fire heat. And so that's why I thought I think those are extreme honorable mentions to keep with your hot sauce, sort of your hot sauce crew, because now I haven't bought the real bottles. I'm usually lucky enough to get some extras and then I don't finish them all. But if you're looking for something, those both definitely have some really good flavor to them, and they are obviously more Mexican inspired, Mexican flavored, but I mean, it's really good. So, you say that Mexican flavored, and I still put it on my pizza, I put it on my noodles. On salads, I mostly put red pepper flakes, but then depending if I'm putting some sauteed veggies in there, I'll mix one of the hot sauces, kind of just whatever I'm feeling. But again, this is like the biggest I've been on hot sauce in a minute, like having 17, 15 if you don't want to count those two, but just having these 15 has been, it's what I do, right? Like I just love getting the different hot sauces. And so a lot of these, like this one I didn't want to finish, and this one I didn't want to finish, and this one I didn't want to finish, because I did want to do something like this, and I wanted to at least put those out there as honorable mentions. And a lot of this stuff is like these one-offs. When you go to a random new store, you pick up your staples, you walk through the hot sauce aisle and you're like, do I get Texas Pete's? Do I get this other Valentina? What do I do? So that is sort of my impetus with wanting to do this. Again, it's just, I've had so much of this hot sauce, and it's like, it's hard to really know which is which. And so now that I was able to put pen to paper, if you will, I see that this one's hotter than, some of these other ones. And so better, I don't know. It's hard to know what's better. I mean, because sometimes if stuff's a little older, you'll lose some of the heat. So it's not like you're gonna get as much heat with all of them, right? So like the heat will be different on the different times. So it's kind of like you want to look with the flavor that you're getting on all these, and then that'll just sort of help you figure out what makes the most sense. So that was accidental. Thumbs up, but thumbs up. I mean, this is why I'm also bad at rating stuff, because like, would you buy again? Yes, to all of these. I would just randomly buy them again, because I love having the variety and I love trying different stuff. So like, I would always buy this stuff again. This continues to be my staple. Sriracha is the best, I think. And that's also why I'm kind of trying more stuff out, because I want to see if I can dethrone the best. But I think it's still worth, you gotta have some sriracha. This, another, it's a big name, but these things are big names for a reason. Like, it's the reason Chipotle has this and the green jalapeno one in the store, because they're just really good hot sauces. I personally will take this and at Potbelly's. This and the green, I will take any day over that red. I feel like their red has a little too much vinegar, but I think it's still worth it. This is great. Again, if you want a little more heat, you want to go for the extra hot version. This was a gift from my sister, and she's in Tennessee, so I don't know where the heck she got it. I'm sure if I go into a Tennessee store like this Pepper Palace, and you go to a lot of those stores, I mean, you could just, so many. So this is just video number 1 for the hot sauce tasting. If I get another 15 in the can, then I'll do another one. But here's your lighter. Here's a little hotter. All good. Like they all serve their purpose. So it's like whatever you're looking for is what they'll do. This guy, I gotta give a special shout out to the hot crispy oil. This is a new business that he tried, or that he started in over the pandemic, and I think he's gotten some pretty good reviews. He's gotten they were on the Rachel Ray show, and so they're just doing a great job. So highly advised. Of course I like the extra hot one, But the original one, see, this is where it's like they say it's extra hot, but even the original almost tastes hotter sometimes. So it's like, what is better? You don't know. So you got to test it out. You got to see what makes the most sense. And the nose on that original is just like you open it and that's sort of what got me hooked, is just like smelling it once you first get it. So, Mike from Ball Brain, this is my hot sauce tasting video. Stay spicy. And yeah, I know, there's like the Dave's hot sauce and some of those other ones that are just insane. I'm not the biggest fan. When I used to work around like 8 other guys, we would have fun bringing in the hottest hot sauce we can find and burning our mouths, and some people accidentally touching their eyes. But like, aside from that, it makes, when you have it at home, I try not to go too crazy, and I don't make a bunch of chili, so it's not like I want to put that hot stuff in there. And even if there's hot stuff, I always want to add kind of like a new hot sauce flavor to whatever I'm eating. So that's why I don't typically just, overdo it. Even with red pepper flakes, I'll do one of these, just depending on that flavor. And I just like the smoke flavor. So like even this, I'll probably add this and like this, because I do a bunch of combinations, because solo, if they're not hot enough, I try to kick it up with some other things, because it's tough, like, and this is, I'm sure if you like hot sauce, you'll know that like when you don't have hot sauce, the food loses flavor. Like there's a certain flavor that's not being included. And so you gotta always have heat to it. And like once you go heat, you can never not have heat. It's just cereal and pancakes maybe, but like ice cream maybe too. But like other than that, it's like you just need that heat. It's this other flavor compound that you can't forget. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hit me up if you need a food video or if you need to do some editing for your stuff. So hope you liked it. Hope you like your hot sauce. Let me know your favorite hot sauces, other ones that I should try. I know people live and die by a lot of these, and so it's a very personal feeling for people in their hot sauce, but I think it's still sort of it's still interesting to see. So love to hear it. Thanks.